But it's trap.
It shows the blue mic arm upside
Oh,
down.
actually, no, it's not a trap.
Yeah, see, dude, you can see the word blue upside down. That should
And
have been
that's
your
why
first.
I was confused, because it doesn't go like, you need the jaws of life to get that shit to fucking go the other way, man. I'm serious.
It's spring loaded.
Dude, I work out heavily and I could not get it to like go the other way. It didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right.
It's spring loaded, and so it's so easy to adjust this thing around when just.
I said
You
what
know
I
what?
said.
I'll leave it alone because you probably already heard enough shit, you know. But it's kind of funny when literally the blue is upside down.
That's what Joel
but-
said. Joel literally said blue is upside down, Amanda, and she goes, "Shit."
Well, I was like, so? And then I realized the whole thing was upside down. It didn't make sense to me. None of it made sense. And here we are.
So awesome. So awesome.
Could have been worse, I guess. You could have been asking why your camera was upside down.
That's true. It could have been worse, but I don't feel any better about it.
I love it. It's just one more thing on the show that we get to talk about on a nonstop basis.
Yeah, but Blue could use that for a marketing thing, right? They could use that picture and be like, how not to put your thing.
So easy, a monkey can do it. Bull fucking shit. An educated woman couldn't do it. I also don't read instructions, but
Actually, I can't disagree with you there. Like, I mean, I will read instructions, but I prefer not to.
same.
All right, our stuff is ready for the thing. We're also live, by the way, and Timbot's in
know.
chat. Hi, Timbot.
Tim.
Timbot, yay.
Yay. I work out. I do too work out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I can confirm that.
My
think he does.
boyfriend's our mod and his name's Tim, so we call him Timbot.
No, he has this really, really crazy ability to, no matter what we say, have the link for it immediately upon after we saying it, like 30 seconds.
At work. He works for SpaceX. He is currently at work and somehow finagles that shit on his phone.
I don't
think he does
understand
his
it.
phone.
I don't understand how he does it. He's a rocket engineer. That's or
Yeah.
spaceman. He's spaceman. That's what it is. He's spaceman.
Yeah.
Spaceman is rough. I know, right, Plant?
Rocket Man, I think, is what our jeweler called you, Dave. I don't remember. I can't remember.
Oh no. So is it 3:30? 3:30 that when we're going live with that? Yeah.
3:30?
3:30? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna
Wait.
hit the button. We have to
What
start
are you
the show.
talking
We have to
about?
start the show. What are you talking about? We
You
have to start the
said
show. No,
3:30.
we have
What's
to start the show.
happening at
Stop it.
3:30?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I am your host, Torben, along with my co-host, Amanda, right there. If this is your first time on at Next Level, we are an education-based talk show centered around helping influencers understanding data with analytics, along with talking with the industry experts about how to do the stuff with the thing. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of crazy things here, and if you like it, hit the follow button. If not, bye. Amanda, who's our sponsors?
Don't please stay.
I don't know. Hey, you know what? I do what I do. I do what I do. Don't at me. All right? Like yeah. Tell us who's sponsoring us, Amanda.
Our fabulous show is sponsored by Blue Mike, as you can see. And you can also see behind me, I just moved into my condo, so ignore the absolute fuckery that is behind me.
All of
as
it.
well as Shot Call. We will be announcing a new partner very soon. I think we're going to do it at the end, after Justin, after Skylar, correct?
I think so. I think that's
I
the
think
plan.
so,
I'm
too.
pretty sure that's the plan.
Okay.
Well, getting into our first portion of the show today, joining us is my boss, phenomenal industry person, well known among everyone around. If you ask who he is to anyone in the industry, they probably know him. The buffest guy I've ever seen in my life. His name is Justin Burnham. Justin, welcome to the show, man. How are you doing today?
Good, man. That's a hell of an intro. Now, all of a sudden, disappointment.
Toughest man you've ever seen. He said that. I looked down and was immediately disappointed.
Wow.
You just got to give a little flex. Just flex first, like real quick.
All right, now I feel like I'm gonna be Jabali, but I will do what I can.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
All right.
Less disappointed.
So
Less disappointed.
there's a video of Justin that he's trolling Jabali, and he had his kids doing like, what was it, 300-pound bench reps?
Oh, yeah. It was it was 335, yeah.
And then it cut to both of his kids, and then he's like, yeah, you know what, Jabali, I'm so good at training. And then it cuts to his dog, and I was like, he's like, I can even train my dog.
Yeah, Jabali, he'll catch up one day.
One day. All right, man. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what is it you do?
Okay. So this is gonna age me. I've been in the event space for 17 years. So 13 years of that is gaming specific, and I've always kind of balanced the line of having multiple gigs in the industry to kind of learn different, kind of areas. So been an event producer for games for years, from Dice Summit to South by Southwest to DreamHack, and publisher experience from Devolver Digital to Good Shepherd. So I've been around in the game space for a while. Currently global creative director at DreamHack, so handle the brand and where it goes, how it's looked at, all the different activities and the fun stuff we can actually do with it, the verticals that we can create from it, to also Good Shepherd Entertainment regards to publishing portfolio in terms of looking at games, game design docs, market analysis. Is the game relevant in market today? So a little bit of everything on the publisher and event side.
So you do some shit, basically.
I do some shit.
A few
Yeah,
things.
you do some shit.
Dude, I'm totally glad you cussed because I forgot to ask. Can I cuss?
Yeah, man.
You're not allowed to. No, this is a host only thing.
This is a Christian Minecraft server.
This is my Christian Minecraft server.
I was like, it's really hard for a New England person not to cuss. But
No, man. We don't. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's not like racist or
don't be racist,
don't
sexist,
be racist,
homophobic, transphobic piece of shit. Otherwise, you're fine.
No, there's no room for that anywhere. Not just on your show. There's no room for that anywhere in general. But so I agree.
In general, like, as long as you're not that, just don't be a dick. That's like our common thing that we say. And as long as you're not a dick, we're good. We'll do whatever. So there's a big announcement that came out today, Justin. I know this personally because Amanda just turned off her camera. What did she do? I don't know.
Touched the thing.
She touched the thing. So while Amanda fixes her computer, that whatever it is she's doing, we can still hear her. It's fine. She doesn't exist. Anyways, so there's a huge announcement that just came out as of today, and that is ESL and the DreamHack merger. And with that, there's a lot of interesting things that are going to be happening, I would say, with both companies, because ESL is known as one of the major competitors out there for esports when it comes to just producing, and so is DreamHack. So with that being said, because I want to touch on this a little bit, how do you think that this is going to change how events look at DreamHack and ESL? Because before they were individual, now they're a single powerhouse. Right.
I mean, I think this has actually been a long time in the making. I think there's nothing but good will come out of this because, both companies are owned by MTG. And if the more you have your sister companies talking and working together, the more you create a coherent message, the more you have resource pool combined and everything like that. So the amount of pros that I think will come out of this is fantastic. And one of the things that we've been looking at just as a company, DreamHack ESL or ESL Gaming now, is how do we take advantage of this COVID time to come back so strong, rather than just try to wade through it, which, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of people are doing. They're just like, how do I get through COVID? You shouldn't be thinking like that. It should be like, how can I capitalize after COVID? So, this is just one of many ways that we're going to come back to uppercut the shit out of everyone when this madness goes away.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the stuff that's happening in the industry, there's a lot of people who are doing, as we've called it, the pandemic band-aids, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of people have lost their jobs moving forward, like just in general. So how do you see the industry changing as we move forward, and the job opportunities that are going to happen with a lot of this online content that's actually being produced, and or some of the COVID band-aids, as we call them?
Right. I mean, this is funny. I kind of tagged myself the disruptor, it's kind of an inside joke. So I like just disrupting stuff, right? We have so much old fashioned things that we're afraid of. Like, for example, if you go to a publisher and you are doing events there, right? Let's just say that you are handed this portfolio, and basically you're handed this portfolio of saying, go to GDC, E3, PAX, copy, paste, repeat, right? Copy, paste, repeat. And we have to start innovating that model. Like, how do we do those events? Yes, but how do we branch off? How do we create new kind of things? And so the industry needs to kind of, I guess, grow up in terms of innovation. And you hear it probably today to where one person might be going, oh, well, no, physical events might not ever come back, or digital events are the way to go. No, it's the middle. It's have digital events and digital things that bring you to the milestone pivotal thing of an actual live event, and then copy, paste, repeat in between events. Tell a year-long narrative, right? We're so goddamn worried about selling tickets right when they go on sale. And then once you're that last day of Sunday, all right, get the hell out. It's like, that's not fan base. That's not building a community. Like, talk to them year round, So that's where I think people need to start thinking.
No, I totally agree. And kind of talking about how everyone on the industry side is affected, what do you think are some of the effects that influencers themselves are feeling from this?
I mean, I think influencers themselves, they're probably getting a lot more offers than they ever had before, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. I mean, our inboxes are full.
Yeah, I mean, and on the flip side, though, it's a flip side too, because a lot of their appearances are big paydays, right? Because if you're going to pay some of these people with millions and millions of followers to get them to show up for one day, it could be $100,000, right? I mean, depending on who it is, it could be literally $100,000 for one day.
Yeah.
And so they are missing out on that pool. So it's a flip side, right? And that's kind of goes back to my point of, there is no one taking place of the other. We have to figure out how to make them all work to be more than an event company, more than a digital company, to be a fan company. And that's what they need to do. But yeah, there's an offset there for sure, because they're not getting paid for their meet and greets that much nowadays.
That makes sense. I'm very new. I don't want to say new. That's incorrect. I'm not super, this is going to drive me crazy.
Leave it alone. It's not your hair. Leave it alone.
I'm not very, I literally, dude, we set this up last night after Tim's stream at like midnight. It's a mess down here, but
you got the squirrel disease.
I do. I actually do. And it's fantastic. It's fun times, but I'm not very familiar or up to speed with a lot of event stuff. So this is all very interesting. I sell obviously appearances for content creators, but that's not a majority of the work I do. And it's very interesting just to hear you guys kind of chit chat back and forth about like more of the nuances about that, because there are things I've never even thought of before.
Well, it's spicing it up, right? Mm-hmm. That's really what it is.
I have a question, Justin, and this is something that we talk about a lot, and that is, when do you think events are coming back?
Okay. So it's a loaded question, right? I mean, damn. Okay. So just by sheer mental state, economic state, right? Just by sheer elements of what the world can really capably go through, it's going to be forced to come back eventually, right? I mean, I'm sorry, you can't replace the going to a concert. You can't replace that feeling. You can't replace that hanging out with your brother and sister. And you see some of that frustration where people just go out and they don't wear a mask, which I don't agree with. In my own opinion, I wear a mask if I even go out. So I'm very much following the rules personally. But you see bits and pieces of that, right? Where people don't want to do it and they don't want to do that at all. So you're going to see, as time goes by, more and more people just say, I'm done. I'm going to chance it. We'll figure it out.
Right.
So, and then if you follow the vaccine tracks, right? There's so many damn vaccines in different phases. One's got to break, right?
Yeah.
So my personal opinion, and I would almost bet money on this, events and concerts will be back second half of next year. Now, a lot of people are like, damn, that long? Yeah. If vaccines are going through the trial phases, they need time to get approved. And then they also need time to circulate to the general public and then everyone. So, you're looking at what? Q2, Q3 minimum. Q2, Q3, look at I hate referencing this, but look at 9/11. That was, a different type of disaster, obviously, but people were afraid to fly way after, for some time. So events will come back, I think, in Q2, Q3, 100%, but it won't be that attendance that we might be used to. So like, for example, a Gamescom that sees 300,000 people, if you're going to ask me if that will come back, 3 years from now.
Right.
Sure. No event is going to go back to that kind of mentality. It's going to be events at 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people. The days, I think, of 300,000 people for a Gamescom are gone for a long time.
Definitely. So then what are your thoughts on AnimeCon that's coming up here in December? You made a face. You made another face.
Specifically the LA one that was just announced.
So, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
friends with a lot of event organizers. I am, which is why I'm always like, oh no, I gotta give my opinion. I respect everyone's decision. Everyone's their own personal. I'm very much, and Aaron can vouch for this. I don't judge people. I judge myself. And,
Right.
you know, I let people be them, and people believe in what they want, whether wrong or right. It's all how we see things inside, right? So, I don't think we should be doing any kind of live events to put people in jeopardy at the risk of having a business operating. That's my opinion. But if they get green lit, I guess good. You know, so I know it's a very safe way to answer it, but I don't
sure.
want to. I mean, I have an asthmatic son. There you go. So if you don't think I'm being super careful, yeah, I mean, I absolutely am.
Definitely. I mean, I personally have asthma and breathing issues along those lines. So I think I was terrified the first like 3 months. Like the first 3 months, I didn't get groceries. I didn't leave. Like I did not leave the house. I've gotten a little better now that we have a little more information, but it's definitely crazy. I'm seeing a lot more, especially being here in LA, seeing a lot more like private concerts in parking lots that are only for like 25 people, or comedy shows. That's a huge thing out here, you know, in cars or distance, or like even drag shows. So I'm hoping that maybe, although it might not be a car type thing, we can still participate in an in-person way without it being a risk to people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, DreamHack and myself, we're close to a lot of event organizers, and if they can get away with it in a safe way, then great, more power to them. You know, as long as they're prepared for any PR backlash that might happen. You know, because you don't know which way to spin it anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
God forbid every single person at that event later test positive for COVID. I mean, like whoever you are, whatever company you are fucked.
Yep.
You know,
And all the holes, every hole, all of them.
You know, the point is, it's here to stay, right? Anyone that thinks it's going away is crazy. So how do we adapt to it? How do we have events? Because we can't stop events forever. So, you know, are we, for example, besides the vaccine, are we putting in protocols like back in the day when you went to a football game, you didn't have to wear a clear bag, right? In terms of going through security, back in the day, there wasn't security like there is now. So it's the same concept, right? So much money goes to security for an event. Guess what? So much money is going to go towards health precautions now as an event, whether it's a temperature or a requirement for doctors to be on site. I mean, who knows? Nurses, you know, no different than a school having a nurse program. You're going to see those things be part of an event as a regular basis, probably.
I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest. Like the fact that airlines, grocery stores, all different types of in-person things are now having to have these new hygiene protocols kind of makes me excited. I'm sad that it took all of this, but airplanes used to be really disgusting, and now they are less disgusting.
No, I know. Who would have thought, right? Just wash your hands more often. That's crazy.
I mean, you know,
hands,
be healthy.
Spray sanitized stuff. Like I already thought menus at restaurants were just like freaking gross. Like I would not touch them ever.
Yeah.
But now they like have to clean them. Makes me a little happy.
I mean, it's
the distance.
If you look at it, us versus other countries like, you know, Japan, for instance, their health code and everything that they have there are so astronomically crazy compared to ours. It like they don't get sick that often because of that, because they're cleaning everything. They're constantly wearing masks. They're always cleaning, always cleaning. We're not. As our country as a whole, we haven't been cleaning. We haven't been doing that. So this, in a lot of ways, this is a good thing, because there's a lot of people that are going to be forced to up their code of health. And I hope the CDC and other people and you know, the FDA and all that puts in more regulations that make restaurants and all this more responsible on cleaning. Because if you have a grade B or grade C restaurant, I'm sorry, you need to do a little bit better. Like everyone should have A and plus.
I usually look for grade D or less. You know.
Okay. I mean, so you're saying you want the D. Got it. All right. I got that. I
would clear, also like to put it in order for the D as well.
I'm a test. I just got that. That took me a second.
Really?
You said it. You said it.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I walked into that one.
Hey, you're like, hey, here's the door, Aaron. Just walk right through, buddy. You right
Walk
good.
into it. Deleted.
So you do or do not want the D? I just want to
No,
clarify.
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
You sure? You sure?
So many other letters I'd rather
Okay.
have besides
Okay.
that one.
No,
Okay.
no, that's fair.
I-
That's fair.
You never know. I mean, no judgment here, man. You can have whatever you want.
I would still like my order
I'm
fulfilled,
good.
please.
I think my wife might ask questions.
Or be really excited. I don't know.
Stacy,
I
come
don't
on
know,
the
man.
show. We want you on
I
the
don't
show.
know.
All the dirt. Yeah, so I mean, this current climate that we're in is super interesting, especially with events being the way that they are and everyone moving online. So Justin, with a lot of the stuff that you do, you talk with a lot of different businesses, a lot of different organizations across the world. What are some of the things that you're seeing on how they're interacting with, contractors, influencers? What are the things that they're looking for right now in this current climate that we're in? Because before, we could easily go out to an influencer and say, hey, I want you to come to the event, and get them to the event. Now we can't do that. So what kind of things are you seeing have changed kind of the business dynamics on how they're interacting with those individuals if they're looking for a contractor or an influencer?
I mean, it's all integration, right? If they're looking for anything from tournament brackets to Twitch integration to Discord integration, that's exactly what it is now. How do we plug into all these platforms? That's a big key thing, even with game development now, right? Game development is looking at anything from, I know this is kind of a thing that probably pisses a lot of people off, but games as a service is just getting bigger more and more, and how we integrate those with influencers and integration into Twitch, Discord, all these other things. I mean, even the different things, such as like you're seeing more and more in terms of Travis Scott in Fortnite, Marshmello in Fortnite. How do we bring those kind of elements together in a game? The misconception, though, is that they will never take the place of the real thing. Anyone that tells me they enjoyed seeing Marshmello or Travis Scott perform in Fortnite over seeing them at Tomorrowland or EDC or Life is Beautiful, they're lying. They're just trying to convince themselves that times are okay, but they're absolutely full of shit, So it's a good temporary Band-Aid. It's a good pandemic Band-Aid. It's a good complement to when things come back. It'd be super cool, for example, if you see like this EDM tour, this metal tour, whatever, whether it was a Treyu, I'm just calling that shirt out, a Treyu or anything like that, and they're on tour, and then all of a sudden they're live here, here, and here. But in between their live shows, they're also in Fortnite. They're also in, that's badass. And I think that's the way we should be thinking. So
I was literally just thinking that, as a supplement, because I would rather see a Treyu in a video game versus not at all, because right now I have not at all.
Right.
So I would prefer that. But I guess that kind of segues into my next question. You're already talking on it a bit, but how do you think the music industry is coping? I know we mentioned random parking lot, concerts, but as a whole, I'd love your take on it. I'm told you are very knowledgeable in this.
And I always joke that gaming is my major and music and film are my minor, because when I first started the entertainment business years ago, I actually did all three because I didn't know which one I loved more. So if you look me up on IMDb, I did some work on The Killers with Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl, and I did some. Oh, there.
Wait, we have a hair.
No, it was a hair flip of I just worked with them. Okay, no.
Oh.
No,
that's a flex. That's a flex. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to what industry I loved more, music. And so I just said, screw it. I'm doing all three. So I did music and radio, and then I did some film, and then I did games. And I'm like, all right, I love games more. Right. But in terms of the music scene, it's not easy. Video games have it easy in a world like this for the most part. Right. We're still tweaking some things and adapting. But ask anyone, they make the most money off their ticket sales. And then second to their ticket sales is merch sales, right? So if they're not going on that live tour of 30 cities, 40 cities, 50 cities, right, selling those tickets, and the merch that they make from each event, they took a massive hit. And so what they're trying to do now is they're trying to stay, I don't want to use the word relevant, but I guess stay in the focus of people's eyes, right? And it's how do I perform a live performance on streaming? How do I perform this? How do I do this interview? I need to digitally be in front of people, even though I can't honestly, I can't fulfill the hit that I took. And that's really what it is. There's no way. The ticket
Do
sales and the
merch
merch.
sales not really occur outside of live concerts, like online? Like if I wanted a shirt,
They do.
I would
but it's
go
not,
buy one.
But think about it. Like it's even like with DreamHack, right? I mean, a Comic-Con. What do you do when you're at an event? You buy things to remember the experience.
You are not wrong.
And then it's a holy hell. Torben just turned himself upside down.
Don't worry. I'm doing a thing that chat made me do. Don't worry about me.
We let people use their little channel points to do weird
I thought I
shit.
was losing my shit. I'm like, whoa, is that me?
Well, it's the acid that I dropped 45 minutes ago. It's finally hitting.
I'm like, oh my God, high school days are coming back to me now. So
Crack your neck and it's just a whole new experience.
But yeah, I mean, it's impulse buy, right? When you go to a Comic-Con, you bring hundreds of dollars because you want to buy this and that and this and that. You go to a concert, you want that world tour shirt or that tour shirt, right? So yeah, when you don't have the ability to impulse buy and then have regret buy because you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I spent that much. Yeah, it takes away a huge income. I mean, yeah, you can go to a trade use site and buy some stuff right now, but it's not as memorable and you're not freely going to part with your money as much as you would at an event, especially after you have drinks in your system at an event.
I want an entire band to sign my arm. Like that's the experience that happened. That was a thing. Like you can't do that online.
This is not wrong. That's actually very true. I'm trying to think about every concert I went to last year, and I was like, I don't give a fuck how much that shit is, man. Sign me up.
That's the point, you know. So yeah, they took a huge hit. Yeah, that you just took away, in music specifically, you just took away two of the biggest incomes.
I mean, even that with sports too. If you look at sports, you look at any like NASCAR, you look at all these different mediums. They're trying to go more and more digital. Sports events are starting to open up again as well. So you have all these different mediums that have taken such a massive hit as an organization. They've had to lay off thousands of people. That's why we have the highest unemployment rate ever, because of all of this pandemic stuff. But then you have people like Amazon who are turning around and hiring more people to help with deliveries and get more things going so that you can actually do more. Like my wife's job, they actually went out and bought, I believe, 120,000 laptops in order to mobilize their workforce so that they can allow all of their employees to continue working, right? That's an astronomical number of laptops, but
astronomical.
Still,
say it with me.
Astronomical. It's a word.
Alone. I was gonna hit him up. I was gonna hit him up on that, but
we don't leave things alone. We only have 90 minutes. We don't leave them alone.
No, it's
my things are never left alone.
No,
ever. I miss one beat, and it's on fucking Twitter in a screenshot within 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't mess around. Like this is the.
I was like, what's the name of the one healer from Overwatch? Boom, right on Twitter.
Yeah. When like there's a whole, we have multiple debates. Actually, one of the debates we have, and this is where our chat gets a little volatile, is, and this is the only one. Yeah, it's gonna get violent. The only thing that matters on the show, and this is whether you're gonna get kicked or not, Burnham, is coffee or tea.
Oh, dude.
I already know your answer, but still, we have to ask.
I mean, I drink like 6 of these a day. It's coffee.
Yeah, of course it is. I know. I know this.
Tea?
A lot of fucking people say tea, believe it or not. There's some dedicated people who are just like tea. There's no other thing.
I think, as you know, I think I drink more coffee than almost anyone at DreamHack.
Bro, I saw you get in one day 3 it's 6 shot coffees.
I get
3 of them.
During an event, I get about 2 to 3 ventis with 5 to 6 espresso shots in each.
Yeah, I don't understand how you function as a human, how you can put that much caffeine into your body.
How are you not dead
and not die? I don't get it.
I sleep from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. We're good.
But still, it's actually at one point we're standing in line and Justin's standing there and he goes, how many shots is Bass getting? Oh, he's getting 6. I'll have 7. Oh no, you'll have 6. I'll have 8. And they went back and I think you ended with 12 or something like that.
I don't know. It was I had to one up him. I
kept on going, and then it's like a 12, like this big freaking cup of coffee that's just nothing but shots. There's no ice in it, just shots. Nothing else matters.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there were other drinks.
It takes me all day, like a full 6 to 7 hours, to drink 3 shots of espresso in one
But that's I mean, you know what though? In my defense, that's the event business, right? I've been in events in 17 years, you know, and when you've been doing events for a long time, you kind of get just used to it. It's how you run.
Gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm drinking a lot of coffee myself, like just in general. And I've actually switched more to black than anything else since working events. Like I used to drink like mochas and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I literally just go get, you know, whatever it is, cold brew. I'll just throw a little bit of, you know, soy milk or something into it and go. I love cold brew. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, so we only have a few minutes left with you, Justin, unfortunately. Is there anything that chat you guys want to ask Justin while he's here? He has a wealth of knowledge, and I literally mean that. He's been doing this for 17 years.
One thing I wanted to ask you, I know we briefly talked about this, Justin. What is behind you? It's so interesting.
Oh, okay. So, being involved in the event space and the publisher space, I've been through a lot of interesting shit. So when I was designing, I guess, the set background, I wanted to do something different. And I'm like, oh, well, let's grab concept art from games I've worked on. And that's where it came from. So I worked with Good Shepherd Entertainment, and we've done the John Wick game, which is to my left, John Wick's poster right there, and, you know, stuff like that. So it's Easter eggs of stuff I've been a part of.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really awesome. I like how different it is, not to shit on Torben, but it's definitely better than the typical gamer aesthetic.
Wow. I mean, coming from the lady who has a dog crate and a blanket behind her, I feel like I'm doing better here.
Now, I am 100% a massive game. I have like 4,000 games, so I practice what I preach.
Oh yeah. He's commonly told me how shit I am at Souls-like and many other games that I'm just not good at, you know, through various different times. Oh, you've shit on me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing it that way? Stop it.
Well,
go that direction.
And Souls-like, one of the things I always say to people that aren't good is get good.
Yeah, I know. No comments from chat whatsoever. It's fine. They're talking about dogs and some other shit. I don't even fucking know anymore. Like Pierre's talking about something. Who fucking knows? She's off. Like I have a cat. Fuck cats. Like what? Dog crates.
You know, our chat's going on their own.
They talk to themselves most times, and we're just bystanders.
What are your deadlift numbers, Justin?
That's what I'm laughing at. I'm like, damn it. You know, as many years I've been doing games and all this shit, it's funny how I get a lot of weightlifting questions.
I mean, you know, you're swole, so what are you gonna do?
My deadlift, you know, God, about 600 at least, you know, something like that. And my leg press on a machine is probably leg press is
no one cares about that.
1,100 pounds.
That's fake
news.
Leg presses are fake news.
Do you even lift, bro? No, I think the most I've seen you lift was at an event. I think you actually lifted part of a forklift or some shit like that at one point because it had to get moved.
Oh,
and you're like, oh yeah, hold on guys, I got this.
It was something wrong with the wheel and it wouldn't move, so it was just easier to pick it up.
I'm like, okay, so this is I wish I was recording it.
Do you prefer the standard deadlift or do you prefer an RDL, Romanian deadlift, for those who don't know?
I guess honestly, it's more of the day. Like for example, I know this is gonna age me, son of a bitch. God damn it. I'm getting older, right? So I just turned 40 this year. And I guess if my back or my knees feel a little off, I'll take the easy way out. Let's put it that way.
Okay. That makes sense. Do you CrossFit, bro?
Fucking play it.
No, I do not. I'm pretty old fashioned in terms of free weights. I'm a power lifter. So like I work out with like and we're going into workout. We should do a workout show one day. But no, you know, I'm very much into powerlifting. So for example, on a chest day, I do, you know, straight up incline, decline at around 345 pounds starting.
Okay. So you do not have a Peloton then?
No.
Okay, just checking. Mine's coming on October 23rd and I'm looking for biker buddies.
What? Okay. That's just random and weird.
Someone asked if
No, I saw
if
what
he
I
had
saw.
a
What
Peloton.
he, yeah, I
was
saw what he
trying
said.
to naturally, organically bring it into the conversation. Okay.
How do you naturally bring in a Peloton? Like
How I just did, sir. How I just did.
Okay.
That's how.
Sure. Yep.
Take
That's the
note
thing.
how you organically ask a stupid question.
I mean, that's 90% of plants' questions, though.
I know. Nothing's ever serious.
No. When is it ever?
Nothing's serious.
All right, man. Well, it's been fantastic having you on here. Thanks so much for joining us today. We do actually have to get ready for our next guest because we are, like I said, announcing something big at 3:30 today. So everyone, stay tuned while we come back later on in just a few with our next guest. We'll announce who that is when he gets here.
I mean, we already kind of announced it, and then we put it like all over Twitter. So
I
it's
mean,
not-
I was like, isn't it in the heading? I'm looking.
yeah.
If they read
We
the
will be
heading,
bringing on Skylar Johnson, who does a lot of things.
does all of the stuff and things all of the time.
All the things.
Awesome,
We'll be
man.
back.
Well, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. And
Thank you.
You are so much cooler than Aaron told me because
Wow.
a Treyu shirt is just made you insta cool. By the way. So.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I literally wear band tees or my World of Warcraft shirts on this show. That's
Yeah,
all I own.
I think I like you better than Aaron.
Wow.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right,
like-
you know what? You can hire her then. I'll quit. That's fine. I'm out.
I will accept whatever you're offering. $20, I'll take it. Just bring me on. Just
Well, thanks for having me, peeps. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. Thanks so much.
All right.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.
Bye.
BRB. happened?
I've not had that much coffee. Okay, like calm down. All right,
I
like
don't believe that.
there's
don't
no
believe that.
amount of like just coffee, whatever.
I literally just don't believe
All right, guys, we're back. Joining us, as Amanda said, is Skylar Johnson. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Likewise, I'm beyond stoked to be here. This one was a long time coming. I felt like it was my schedule conflict, and then you guys are booked up for ages. So I'm
It's
not squeezing
crazy.
in until the next.
I know. I felt like every few weeks, I'm like, Skylar, does this time work? And we're like, oh shit, doesn't work. Hey, what about this? We have another spot. And I feel like every few weeks, it just kept getting pushed back to a few weeks. So I'm so excited because I know you're doing so many incredible things between Control, Paper Crowns, the 50,000 other things I see you do on Instagram. Like, I would love if you would tell the good people of the show what in the actual fuck you do,
Awesome.
and then all about your background.
Cool. Yeah. So right now I'm trying to do this whole meal replacement company that's called Control, catered to real life, and that one's the most, I think, recent project we've dropped. That was actually, we're going on a year, October 11th, so that was a good one. And then I also own a creative studio called Paper Crowns. That started about 18 months ago, and that's the full-scale creative studio. Just handle everything, anything community-based, but also we like to show that we can handle the non-endemic brands as well, just to kind of stay fresh, because I think too many people are pigeonholing themselves to like go gaming, only gaming. And to believe me, I love this community, but I want to say, hey, we all can coexist and live together in one happy thing. So, and then outside of that, there's some other things. I don't know if we should go into that. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
please tell us.
All of it.
Like, tell us about yourself. Like, literally, we want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Okay. So,
As long as it's not racist
I,
or homophobic
come
or
on.
shitty.
No way. What? Cute dog, though. I see it. Okay.
Oh, my
In all
baby.
honesty, 2008 came around, and I thought I was going to be a collegiate football. 2007, thought I was going to be a collegiate football player. I was kind of doing that. That dream fell short. Just kind of suffered an injury, and then fell into pro gaming, actually, of all things. I picked up game battles like a lot of other people, and created a team called Envious, also known as Envy, Dallas Fuel, Dallas Empire, and played as a pro for about 5 years. During that 5-year span, it was a lot of just meeting the people that are just monsters in the industry now. So like the Scumps of the world, just Nick Merckx, just all these people. They were kind of under our organization at one point in time, playing with or against all the time. So I kind of developed like an older brother role for a lot of these guys. And that's cool because it stuck even through their success. So like I go back with Nate and just all these people, right? It makes communicating easier. It especially makes business easier, because I can have these business relations and not have to worry about, hey, I know you're getting a quick bag, but let's not do that. Let's focus on something good here. So like, let's actually talk normal on it, which is great. And then, 2013, I moved and I took a chief creative role officer at a company called Gamma Labs and introduced a product called G Fuel to the space and acted as their chief creative officer for about 5 years. Kind of
No
really
big deal. Just a little thing called G Fuel. We
No,
just
yeah.
had
It
Anthony
was-
on from G Fuel, right?
Yeah.
You said what? I'm sorry.
We just had a fellow G Fuel person on last
Oh,
week.
there you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't really communicate with a lot of those guys anymore. Nothing bad. Just it kind of moved and did my own thing.
Yeah.
But then Sundance contacted me and said, hey, I want to start another energy drink. I said, there's no way that I'm going to do that ever again. So I would rather get into something else. And I had a meal replacement idea just because I think our space needed it. I still think there's a lot of room here to improve. Personally, I had like a weight loss journey that I had to do still on, as I'm sure everyone else is always at the quarantine, it feels like. But so I had that struggle, and I realized, hey, we're in this sedentary lifestyles all the time, and you're content creating, and it takes a long time to edit. It takes a long time to create a video, to stream, to do these things that are like, hey, you might be missing out on a meal. So we created a meal replacement, not because it was some of those, hey, we want to compete with other people. It's, hey, this doesn't exist in our space. And if we could play a nostalgia effort, so we dropped some cereal-based flavors, and just thought it was a good idea, and got a lot of big powerhouse names behind it from the beginning, just to say like, hey, let's really try to turn a corner here in the gaming space, and I gotta see what this can become. So
Wow.
That's
it.
really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I mean, that's what I was saying right before we got you on, is like, dude, I looked at your LinkedIn profile and I was like, what what the shit am I looking at? Like, just the amount of experience that you have and things that you've done is far and above beyond most people we talk to, just in general, right?
Yeah,
because
that's very humbling, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
There's a lot of people who just got in and are just like starting to work and don't even understand the landscape like you do, because you've done both the business side, you've done the influencer side, and you're now doing a completely different thing that doesn't really have to do with influencers, but still affecting them. So that's a phenomenal story if I've ever heard one.
I appreciate that. I think the agency, the creative agency just popped up because we would handle the launch campaigns at G Fuel. And when I left, a lot of those guys came with me, and girls came with me, and we kind of said, hey, let's establish this into something, but let's do it quietly. So like we started out and said, like, let's not do the whole clout chase for this. So like, yeah, we put up our clients, but we really try to just say, let's build as aggressive as possible, as fast as possible, but in silence as much as we can. You know, notoriety is super awesome, right? To be able to be up for like esports awards and stuff, but it's at the same time, it takes away, right? You never want people to go, oh, I'm so sick of hearing about those guys. They're so sick about that. So we never want to push it in people's face. We just want people to know we exist. That's
yeah.
all, so.
Definitely. So very curious about Paper Crowns. What kinds of companies do you work with? And then in what capacity do you work with content creators? I assume it's kind of like that relationship.
Yeah, we got really lucky. We started Crowns with a partnership with Scuff. So that allowed us to continue launch activations with Nick Merckx, Dr. Disrespect. We got to make some controllers, most recently one for T-Pain. And that's like a really cool thing for us, right? To be able to kickstart the company like that. And to be honest, there's no overhead. We've been used to digital office forever. Like we've been doing that for like eight years.
Yeah.
So like everything is about just kind of solid quality work, and we don't have to worry about expenses. We can take cheaper deals. We can work with people that can't pay right away. You know, sometimes we'll be like, hey, listen, 60 days, like it is what it is.
Wow.
You know, and that's one of those things when you offer that, you know, people really understand like, hey, we're trying to bend with you, right? And then don't get me wrong, we have some big clients as well, but when I say full scale creative, I actually mean that. The only thing that I don't feel comfortable touching right now is augmented reality. Outside of that, we'll touch everything. You know, it's one of those things where the activations for talent agencies has been a big one recently. So like talent agencies will come to us and say, hey, can you clean up our site first? We did that. We've done every talent agency I can think of in this space: Adder, Tyrus, Night Media, Omnia, and then companies as well. I don't know how much I should ramble on it, but it's very, it's promising future, I guess, right? So.
Wow.
So it's safe to say that during COVID, your businesses have done well.
Skyrocketed. I mean, it's one of those things like, how happy can you be over it too? You know, like, so it's like people are going through their misfortunes, and then you're sitting here like, wow, I created businesses that don't have that same misfortune. So we had like some donation effort ideas and things like that. But then even that, you have to be careful how you do it. Are they doing it for the right reasons? So it's like everything is so sensitive and touchy. So we're trying to make sure that the rollouts on that is smart. So what we think we're going to do is maybe try to like fund like an intern, or maybe set up like some mini college education fund for someone as like a lucky thing. There could be some crazy things to do with that. But overall business has been okay on both fronts. The COVID month itself was rough for both businesses, but I think that was just adaptation, right? Like that was new for everyone, super scary. It's still super scary. I mean, it's not like it isn't, right? Like there's still people that are very, very tied up inside in states that, it's a very scary moment for all of us. So.
Yeah, I mean, so how are you handling some of the stresses and stuff, being at home with this COVID world? Because we're such social creatures, right? That we want to go out and actually do a lot of things. Like what are some of the things that you're doing to help cope with some of this? And then how are you coaching some of like the people that you're mentoring?
Love that. It's team first attitude, right? We have mental health days, so mandatory days off. We'll message and say, hey, listen, if I see anyone on Discord 21 through 24 or of the month, 21 through 24th of the month, then there's going to be some type of repercussions. Not like too aggressive or in the negative, but we just really try to look out for each other. I think when you set up that family type environment, that family vibe, it makes things a lot easier. And I think that the mental health thing is the biggest. Like, I don't know where you live, but I don't know if your gyms are open or if you're able to get physically active. But for me, I put on weight so fast that I just felt like I was falling apart.
Yep.
And that's when I got tested for self-discipline. I think I learned a lot about myself this year, like, hey, I really need to work on my own self-discipline on certain things. And it's all good because it helps with the growth, right? Like you can just assess yourself and say, hey, this is what I need to get better at, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, mental health is very important. We actually did an entire month on mental health, had mental health therapists on, advocates on, talked about, you know, why it's important to actually take care of your mental health in general, because it's such a massive concern for a lot of people. They don't know how to handle it. And especially in this time, there's a lot of issues that happen. And apparently Amanda's computer just cut out, guys. She'll be back here in a second. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta fix some stuff. Hold on, guys. They're like, we just had an issue come up. Give me 1 second until I can fix this.
To me, man, to break it.
So Amanda's computer just failed. I'm just gonna switch this over here real quick, and then when that way, once she comes back, I'll switch this back over and fix it.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, we're just dealing with. I feel just like in a lot of ways, we're just dealing with, you know, what we can, and just managing with what we have available to us. And so that's why I always like to ask, like, how are you managing it? What are you doing? Like, what's important to you in these environments that we're dealing with? Because everyone's different. Everyone copes with it differently. Like I'm trying to go through a weight loss thing right now because I lost a ton of weight, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, and I've gained it all back. Like, so now I'm having to, you know, manage and sort through a lot of that too.
Same. Yeah, for me, it was FaceTime my parents more. That was a big one. Realize that they're a bit older and start to really understand my surroundings more. You know, and I know it sounds corny, but get up, go for walks.
Yep.
The first two to 3 months wasn't good at all. Like, I can't say I was doing anything positive. You know, I would be representing a meal replacement brand while eating so awful at the same time, and I would just feel so bad about it. Like, what am I doing? But those things need to be spoken on, right? I think if you're doing it the opposite way, that's where the problem lies. So that was one thing. I wasn't able to work out, big into the gym, and like to just go and release like stress, frustration. You know, it's more so that therapy, you know, hour and a half, whatever it is, of just like not being bothered and just kind of killing it in the gym was a big deal. But seriously, just play with my dogs more, contact my family more. Just all the things that I took for granted prior, if anything, I don't want to say COVID helped any situation, because I still don't think it did, but it might have helped my understanding of what I need to do, and kind of how I can focus more on staying like mentally active, right, as well as physically.
Looks like we're getting Amanda back now.
Well, that was fun.
Awesome.
I gotta
all I can do, Corbin, is actually blame you, because you told me to buy a condo, and here the fuck I am in a condo.
Wow.
With
Okay.
internet.
All right. Yeah. So this is clearly my fault. Okay. I got it.
Absolutely.
I got it. All right.
There's nobody else to blame.
Nope. Not even slightly.
All of a sudden, everyone got blurry, and then it just like whoop, and that was it. That was lovely.
I am fixing us now. I mean, everyone's still here. So, like, Skylar, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your meal replacement and, you know, what you're doing with that? Because I know that you guys are working on some stuff. I'm super interested in it myself. Just to see, like, because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff, right? So, talk to me like I'm stupid, because I am, and why I should be using it.
Yeah, so without selling you on it, you know, it's hard, because I play the role of twice. Like, of course you want to sell a product and do well, but I'll tell you from a genuine standpoint, it's more than just, hey, here's a meal replacement to supplement food, because you never want to recommend that to anyone, right? Like, food is what you need, and I'll never tell people to take control over food. What I'll tell you is, control is made for the times where you're missing a meal, right? And missing a meal can hurt you in a lot of different ways. And I'm not just talking about missing one meal. I'm saying, like, imagine or late at night. A lot of our guys use it late at night. That's another big thing, is like when you get a sweet tooth. So for us, we took a hit on the actual product cost. So I'll just dive into that real quick. Instead of making a product that sat below the $10 range, I could tell you we're way over that in terms of actually making it. We decided to really jam pack it with ingredients. And I created the mindset of survive the test of Reddit. That's what I've been saying to everyone, because I know if something gets on Reddit, they can rip you up. You know, they'll really call your brand out. They'll really be honest and genuine. And we need to be able to live that and stand the test of Reddit. So for us, we threw in 23 grams of protein. We did 5 grams of fiber. We did 33 grams of carbs, and that's coming from sweet potato flour. There's a lot in that, right? So we also did things that I know that people in our space might not care about. Like, we have BCAAs in there. We have probiotics. We have prebiotics, digestive enzymes. We have MCTs for appetite suppressant. I met with 2 Harvard nutritionists on the thing because I felt it was a big deal. I was telling everyone that it was super expensive to meet with them. It did. I didn't know it was going to cost as much as that. But it was so worth it in the end because I got a chance to really develop a formula that I can stand behind, right? And if someone looks at it and goes, well, your product still has 2 grams of added sugar, it's like, you're right, because we threw in real cereal pieces. Because we're not here trying to tell anyone, hey, step on a stage, right? There's real cookies, and there's something that is like an inclusion in it, so you get more than just like a standard protein shake or anything like that. And we think there's a huge gap in the meal replacement market. There's only 2 to 3 competitors that I think are really there, and they went such the opposite direction. It's super vegan, kind of chalky. I try not to disrespect to the brands too much, but the taste is the taste. And if anyone says, hey, that tastes good, then they don't have the same like flavor profiling that I do, because I don't personally think that any of them taste great. And this is more so one of those situations where it's, hey, we have a product here that might not fit the bill that then could stack up against a vegan version, however, might have that coming. But it was one of those things that we need to introduce our space slowly, I think. And the first step is, hey, this is okay for you. And instead of ordering a DoorDash or an Uber Eats and spending X amount just by the time delivery fees and tax and all that stuff hit you, you now have a product that's sitting on like $2.60 a serving or something like that. And it's got to be treated as a meal. And that education process was one of the biggest things to get used to. Was, hey, we got to tell this community that this is the most important thing. Is it's not an energy drink. It's not just a quick throwback drink. Like this meal should hold you over. It should actually act as a 280 to 430 with milk on the calories. So
yeah.
So did this like nutrition background come from your like being involved in sports, or like where did this come from? Because it sounds like you're very business and then energy drinks, but now this is like a nutrition like. So,
yeah, I thought I could graduate playing football, but I learned that I needed to learn something at college as well. So I went into sports science and supplementation a little bit. I never used it. I never, I loved the thought of it, but at the end of the day, college just wasn't for me. I really wanted to go the entrepreneurial route. And I kind of had, I sound like I have a lot more knowledge than I do, just because I work in that industry now. But it's one of those things where it helped me get a base together. And then I would see like what some of these companies were throwing in as their fillers, and like I know, right? And I'd rather just be honest about what our product cost is. Hey, we are pretty expensive to make our actual products because we're not trying to kill it on the margins. Our motto at Control is literally sell more units. Like it's just get people to try it. Once they try it, hopefully they like it and they stand by it, like as like this is a meal replacement to fit my lifestyle.
And
that's
I mean,
really cool.
That's super important because being able to talk to someone who's actually intelligent about their product and, understanding what the market looks for. Like for me, I use Orgain. I'm completely and that's mostly because my wife told me that that's what we should be doing. But I don't know anything about why we should, right? Like I just literally take it because that's what she tells me that we need to do. But being able to talk to someone like yourself who like, here's why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, brings a lot more credibility, I feel, to the brand as a whole, and makes me want to actually use the brand because now I understand why you're doing the things that you are. If that makes sense.
Right. No,
I think that's really interesting that you put probiotics and other ingredients. I don't have a formal education in nutrition, but having been an Olympic powerlifter, CrossFit, I know all that stuff. I like to understand why all the pros. Why do you take glutamine? Why is that important? What do probiotics do to like the biome of your stomach? So like to see a company that puts that in and is like, listen, gamers, you don't need to know jack shit about this. Just know we got you. Like, I love that. I think that's so cool.
But we need to do a better job of spreading that messaging, right? We chat internally about how we never really talk about, all we talk about is how good it tastes, right? Like we try to stand by this bottom of the bowl taste, and because they taste phenomenal, right? And I'm gonna hook you guys up after this, just so I get money where the mouth is type of statement. But it's one of those things where if we just keep talking about that, but we're not shedding the educational aspect of it. So we're trying to build that in. We just take the creative so serious that we like to have a lot of fun with it, but we're trying to think of creative ways to really build that in because it needs to be expressed without being boring. Because I think that's where people lose it, right? Is like, you don't want to hear someone say too much about MCTs. And, when you talk about like branched chain amino acids and these things, it's like, do I really want that? But if someone were to sit down and look at, let's say, an energy drink, for example, as well, look at the back of those ingredients. People just start talking about that. I'll gladly throw ours up there. Let's make sure people just start transparent about their stuff, right? And then you can go into it. Hey, why did you use this? Like, there's still ways we can advance our product, and we know that. And that's the next step, right? It's finding out what is the healthiest way we could take each one of these ingredients and keep developing it. But when I tell you, we wanted to make it very minimal, right? And I think all companies should have that mindset. It's like things don't have to stay the same. The more units you sell, then you're going to make more money. Instead of wanting more money from your margin, put that back into the product and give back to the community in a sense on that. So
Definitely.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the guys over at Gamer Subs, but they have a very health conscious product. They're very proud of all of their ingredients, and I was chatting with a few of the guys there, and a big thing between like the fitness industry, you know, whether it's pro sports or, you know, people that are into just weightlifting and health and gaming, is that a lot of companies in gaming, like gamer specific products, can just put crap in it, and a lot of gamers don't know anything. But because we're like 5-10 years behind the actual like sports industry, who's like, I call bullshit on that's right. Filler. In the gaming industry, it's not as well known. So how do you guys plan to educate people? Because you're saying internally you're talking about it a lot, but like, what do you guys plan to do?
That's an awesome question. I think for us, we have, to be honest, I'll just cat's out of the bag. I love that you spoke on a gamer mental health month or a mental health month. We want to actually create that as a thing. That's like a goal for us, to really establish a gamer mental health month first, but also just a gamer overall physical, mental, just a gamer health awareness month is the goal. And during that, I think that there's so many side things that should happen. We're going to put in like meal plans, free meal plans on our cards. We have a lot of people that are kind of like Sensor, for example, prime example of what he was a scrawny little guy when I first met him. He's 14 years old. He came down to the Envy House and he was like, I've never worked out. We ended up going to the gym together. And it was one of those things to see him now. He's known in this space to be like, hey, I'm a fitness guy. You know, he's really broed out now. And I respect that. But we got to take that information and kind of say, how do I get to that level? What are those steps? Because people need to lose weight, but also at the same time, you can use our product to gain weight. So you go, okay, maybe put that with, instead of like your almond milk, if you could take in whole milk. A lot of people are dairy sensitive and people don't even like dairy. So that might be something to stay away from, but you can add peanut butter to that, bananas to that. Like you can still get a meal replacement turning into more of a mass gainer at that point at the same time. But I think
interesting.
There's so much stuff that you have the whole rollout. That's another thing. We only have like 4 or 5 employees currently, and we're working on like a 3-day-a-week thing. So we just haven't had the time to put into it yet. And a lot of that has to do with just because we all have other things going on, and we wanted to keep the runway really, really long in the plain light personal mindset. And you have a lot of animals over there, I see.
I'm so sorry. I just moved into my condo on Friday. Everything's a mess. My dogs are like wandering around because they're like, where the hell are we?
Every time I see like a new Jumanji, I just like.
I have a really big German Shepherd down here, and then a little Chihuahua.
You only have 2 dogs?
Yeah, just two.
Oh, then that other one tricked me. I could have swore there was 3.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think it's really interesting that you can use it as both like a meal replacement and a mass gainer. So like gain weight, lose weight. I on Instagram, Hair Flip, I have a fitness sponsor, a supplement company, not gaming specific, but like awesome. Workout performance, and everything there is really geared towards like muscle growth and weight loss. I've never seen a product that's actually like in tandem, depending on how you use it, can be like weight loss or weight gain. So it's very inclusive of everyone.
I think it's just about what a person needs. I think the biggest thing ever when starting a product or a brand is you never want to create something that needs something. So like I wanted this product to taste equally as good with water as it does with milk. Granted, I personally drink almond milk with it, but for me, it's one of those things where you never want to create something where you have to go out and buy something else. That's the only problem about turning it into what would be a mass gainer for people trying to gain healthy weight, is you'd still have to go out and buy your peanut butter, your banana. I wish we could provide that, but that's just one of those things where then it becomes, okay, not only do I have to purchase this, but I have to purchase these other items. But if you go look at some of those mass gainers, the price on those are just outrageous. You $85 to $100 for a mass gainer.
Because they know that they can capitalize on that.
100%. Yep.
They absolutely know. I also never knew until recently how many calories actual mass gainer has. I like laughed because I was looking at one that has one serving is the amount of calories I consume in like a whole day.
What was it, like 1,500?
1,600 calories. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I've seen that to me is crazy. And then like we have an aggressive like 2 scoops as well. I won't lie. Like we have, pretty thick 2 scoops on that to get to 280. But it's those scoops I feel are like buckets. Those scoops come in like you're
Dude,
too.
it's like, here's half the bag.
Yeah.
Sorry to segue, but I'm just like, I don't get to talk to many people who know much about nutrition. I was on a call and Torben was on it, and we were talking about BCAAs and all of that. He's like, I don't even know what any of that means. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's right. It's just part of like my daily life of living.
Love it, right?
Yeah,
everyone's got their mind.
And even for me, it's just like I'm trying to understand. Like I said, I'm trying to understand all these different components. And as someone who's trying to get into the space of like, health and wellness, it's not easy because I don't know what I should be looking at. I don't know what amino acids are. I don't know, like all this stuff. It's just like, okay, why should I be doing it? Why should I be taking XYZ for my body type? But even a nutritionist can't even tell me that. There's a lot of times I even talk to my doctor and they're like, yeah, just go take this pill so you can start losing weight. And I'm like, that's not helping me. That's not telling me what I need to do in order to get there. So it now takes a lot of independent research to understand this shit.
But that's the best thing for you too. And you know that because you're actually consuming. The problem is it's overwhelming at the beginning, right? Like if everyone had that first week or two, like same for me, it's like anyone that says it's not is crazy. They're just trying. They're trying too hard to show off on their learning process because there is a lot to take in, right? Like I try to tell everyone, all right, get your BMR at first. And they're like, what's that? Basal metabolic rate. And that's like, what does your body calories wise need to just sustain itself and live as if you weren't even moving, right? And then that's how we work as that. What's your activity levels? And then yes, like calories in versus calories out, huge thing, right? But at the same time, that's why we thought we created the product because sometimes getting those calories in and not being allowed to have certain calories in kind of sucks. Right? If you're trying to lose some weight. And then also if you're trying to gain some weight, why not have an addition where you're like, okay, I've had 7 meals today for my metabolism that's through the roof. And now I need one more because I'm super hungry. Why not throw in this as well, right? Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, talking to someone like you, super awesome, man. Like we really appreciate you coming on the show, sharing your information with us, like telling us a little bit more about yourself and what you're trying to do.
You like really hungry, by the way.
Same.
I feel like we turned this into a control segment. I apologize.
No, it's totally cool.
It's like, whatever you want it to be.
And a lot of this is like understanding and learning these things because we want a health and wellness segment. We want to talk about this stuff. And that's why we did the mental health stuff. That's why we want to actually have like a dedication to like, hey, here's some of the stuff that you should be learning. Because this show's all about education. Like we want to teach people what they don't know and why they need to know it. And that's the focus here that we have. So yeah,
I think more people in the industry need to like, I think recently the last year or two, huge push for mental health with, gamers with suicide awareness and just, everything else. But I'm still not seeing that big health push. Like I love all my friends over at, Red Bull and Monster and G Fuel, but like, people are just so unaware of their health. And I think they just need to be more mindful of like when you're a streamer and you stream for 24 hours, like what that means for you and your body and like what you're putting into your body on a regular basis. Like it scares me.
You know what would be cool is if some of these companies came together and made almost like a starter kit bundle for these products, right? Like imagine if instead of boxing everyone out, we worked as a one unison and said like, hey, we're going to have a meal replacement with a healthy energy drink with all these other items that you can have. That would be a cool thing. I mean, the checkout and that purchase would probably be a little difficult to work all that out, but yeah, it would be cool to have that package.
Yeah. Where do we start?
I mean, that's cool. Like having a starting point for some people is more than a lot of people think, right? Just having that, hey, here's where you start and just being real with them. Here's where you start and here's why, right? Just give me a starting point and tell me, okay, here's the plan on why and where you're going to get to and why you need to be consistent. And the information is so sparse across everywhere. It's hard to really know in general what to do. So I would love to have a deep dive with you on just why you do the things that you do, even in yourself. Like, why is it you're doing the meal replacements you are the way that you are? How often are you doing it? Like, all of this stuff matters because every single person out there needs to understand why the fitness people do what they do. And it's an interesting conversation of itself. We unfortunately are out of time, and our giveaway just went live, so our chat is just blowing up along with a bunch of other stuff. So awesome. We really appreciate you being on, man. I want to have you back so we can talk more about the health and wellness portion of this because you're a wealth of knowledge, and it's phenomenal just sitting here listening to you. I could literally listen to you talk about this shit for like hours, honestly, just because
Yeah.
it's super interesting to me.
I appreciate that a lot. You guys are great. Yeah, like this went by really quick, and it's one of those things where if you guys need anything, please reach out. And also after this, I need addresses. I'm gonna send you guys some products too.
All right, man.
Oh,
can't have it,
thanks,
though.
man. I know I can't. I'm a glutard. I can't have it. Sad times. Sad times. It's okay.
Awesome.
Maybe one day. Dude, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
thank you so
appreciate
much for being on, man. It's been awesome having you here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back in just a moment. We gotta do some transition
Like 5
stuff.
seconds.
I gotta
5
do
seconds.
some magic things. We'll be right back.
5 seconds.
Okay, and we are back. So apologies for all of the crazy spam that we're getting in chat right now, guys.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's
What's happening?
It's nutty.
Can you explain what's happening
so
and also provide the link to tell everyone?
Basically, what's going on right now is we just launched our giveaway, and our giveaway is a multi-platform, multi-company giveaway that we're doing. And my camera box looks like shit. Good job, Torben. I was trying to adjust all this stuff. So I'm gonna link here in chat real quickly what we're doing. So we are giving away multiple things.
Drum roll, please. Can
as
you drum
Twitter.
roll?
Drum roll,
Can you-
drum roll, drum roll. So if you click on that link and go to Vast GG, here's what we're giving away, guys. We're giving away a blue microphone Yeti, a blue microphone stand, which is the arm. Giving away an Astro backpack, an
No.
Astro A50 headset,
Stop
a
it.
Respawn gaming chair,
Impossible.
a Respawn desk,
Holy shit.
an Avermedia capture card,
What?
and multiple gaming bundles that have over 1,700 games in them each.
That's insane. They'll
Along
never come
with,
watch us.
no, they're never going to come watch us. Along with multiple packs of gamer subs, things to give away, and G Fuel. So if you are not going and checking it out, you should go and check it out right now.
And I believe that we will have several winners.
We will. We're actually,
We have the main winner.
we have the main winner, and then we're also going to have multiple other winners as well. And those other winners are also going to have, like, we're going to give away the gamer subs. We're going to give away G Fuel. We're going to give away a ton of other things. Like, it's going to be a cascade of things. We're going to be giving away the capture card separately. There's multiple opportunities to win here. It's not just going to be one or two winners. It's going to be multiple. So please go sign up. It's awesome. And in addition to that, Amanda,
really, really exciting, cool part is that we have a new official channel partner. They actually just posted it on Twitter right now, but we're super excited to welcome AverMedia to the Next Level family. They have been so kind to send us these things I don't know how to use, but
we don't know yet. We don't know.
But Torben is going to be going over the capture card. He is then going to go over a few products that AverMedia actually sent us. This entire show today is sponsored by AverMedia for International Podcast Day.
International Podcast Day.
Years old when I found out what that was.
Bro, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was a thing.
They have their own Twitter. They do have their own Twitter.
They have their own Twitter. Yes, they have their own Twitter.
And we will be unboxing certain products, going over them, and actually giving them away live on stream. This is separate from the large giveaway, as just a thank you guys for being here and supporting us and welcoming AverMedia to the family.
Fantastic having you there. And if you check down there,
did I do okay on that?
You did.
Was that all right?
So the first thing that we are going to unbox is the actual capture card, which is the live media capture card, live gamer duo. So with this, I am going to open this up and show you guys exactly what's inside, because this is a 4K card with 3 different ports on it. If I can get the box open, don't mind me. So with this box, inside the box, if I can actually get this, unboxing, it's a thing. So we're gonna unbox. See, on top of that is a little piece of protective.
No one cares about that.
Hey,
throw it away.
Calm down.
Get rid of it.
And then the card. So the card itself is super interesting. Now, I don't want to pull the card out of the package because it is a card. And if you are an IT person and you know anything about actual physical cards with motherboards on them, this is an anti-static package. Do not take it out unless you're ready to install. Otherwise, it could do damage to the card through actual electrostatic that you have when you're running across the carpet. So
okay, so I'm not allowed to.
I would recommend you not take it out until you're ready to actually do it. So this has
so pretty, though.
3 ports on it.
You just opened it right now.
No, I opened it, but I'm showing the ports. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna switch. Hold on.
I am confused.
So this is there's 3 ports on this. If this wants to actually, why are you doing that? Stop. Hello, camera. There we go. All right, so
very suspicious.
So there's 3 ports on this. There's 1 HDMI. There's 2 HDMI, as you can see. One there, and there. It actually goes into an ATX slot, so this should be able to be powered by a computer very easily. This is a phenomenal card. It's a 4K card. It has a port for the actual camera as well as an additional PC. So if you're going to run a 2 PC setup, this is super easy to install, super easy to get going. Their software is a breeze getting it up and running. I've already installed the software. I can't show the software right now, but I think
you just said it was a Febreze.
Febreze. I did not say it was a Febreze.
It sounded like you said
Febreze. I didn't say it was a Febreze. Also, one fun fact that I do want to point out immediately, a lot of capture cards, believe it or not, do not come with this accessory right off the bat. And that accessory is an HDMI cable. It actually comes with an HDMI cable.
That's actually really cool.
Come on, dude. It's not a graphics card. It's a capture card. That's what it's for. So that is the first thing that we are unboxing. That is the first thing that I will be using.
To explain, Torben, could you link the actual product? Because this is their specific live gamer duo. It's the GC57. It's really cool and needs to be shared with all of you. I, as you all know nothing about any of this stuff, and I'm very excited to play around, hook it up. I am now running my computer dual PC, which is way above beyond my head, but I'm very excited to learn, use this product, and as they keep coming out with more cool products, we'll be able to show you guys and hopefully help you get your hands on some of these.
So that's the first thing that I wanted to show you. The second thing is this is where we're going to be giving this away. So I am opening it, but we're going to be giving it away. This is the AverMedia Live Gamer GC311 Mini. So with the Mini, this is where you're going to actually have it on your desk. It will not be an internal card. It'll be an external card that will sit on your desk. And with this little bad boy is about this big. And if you can see the ports right there, Those are the ports. If it will show with my lighting, which it may not. There we go. There's the 2 ports on there, plus the HDMI port that's going to go right in. Is USB. This is USB powered. You can USB power directly to it, and it looks like the camera source went away for Amanda. So as Amanda comes back, and then it comes with an HDMI cord with it right here. The braided HDMI cord, I will say. So the braided, it's actual braided. The cord on this, braided cords are a lot better than normal HDMI cords. I will say that right now. So just keep in mind, you are getting a braided cord with it to plug this in directly to the PC. This
what
also
does
comes.
That mean exactly?
So a braided cord has more fibers built into it. So versus a normal cord, like it stands up to damage longer. So as you bend it and move it and twist it around, it will stand up the test of time. Effectively, was a braided cord. So braided cords are genuinely better because they have more function, more durability overall.
Could we share that link? For some reason, I am link challenged.
You know, I'm trying to unbox things.
I know.
And
I just want to share it. It's in the Discord.
Is it
share
in the
it
Discord?
with the people.
Is it in the Discord?
I posted it in the Discord for you.
You could just post it in chat.
It's not letting me. Don't even get me started. I don't want to keep clicking around.
Oh, okay,
I'm ready
fine.
to scream.
All right, fine. There. So this, like I said, this will be being given away.
Are we doing this right now or the big giveaway?
This is part of the big giveaway.
Oh,
this
that's part of the give.
This is part of the big giveaway. So
okay. So if you're in this chat and
mini.
you're seeing this and you want this, go ahead, go to the link, go sign up. You're probably following us everywhere already, but
if you're not, you should be.
Irrelevant.
All right. The next thing we're gonna box, which is also part of the giveaway, is this. You banned her, Plant? I don't think you banned her. That's not possible. So this is the AverMedia live streamer cam 313.
Ooh.
This is a 1080p camera with a USB 2.0 30 frames per second. We do have a next level Facebook, Ted. We are going to be posting that along with our actual post here soon. So you guys will be getting that as well because we are going to try and promote that. So this is the USB based camera. That is a 1080p. The best way to equate this is to a C920. That is one of the I would say the main competitor to this, which is one of the primary cameras out there, since it does 1080p. So this is actually the camera itself. So as you can see, camera, it also has the tilt right here.
Clicks on the top.
It actually sits on the top. So it sits on the top like this, and then this actually it back ends to the monitor, so it stays steady. So the other cool thing about this is you have a shield here that you can close. So that
I
shield
don't even have that on mine.
allows you to make it so that you can turn your camera off so people can't see you. It also, I believe, has dual speakers built into it and a microphone.
Ooh, okay. That's really advanced.
Yeah, so it has a dual microphone. It has a dual microphone as well. So you can take this on the road with you and stream on the road with this very easily because you already have a mic built into it.
That's amazing. Can you please link it? I'm having technical issues and I don't want my camera to go out again.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Thank you. So this we're giving away in the main giveaway or right
Correct.
now?
In the main giveaway. We're giving this away in the main giveaway.
It's just the next product that we're giving away on
the
stream
next
right
product
now.
We are giving away in stream right now.
Hell yeah.
Once I get this back in the box effectively.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Are you sure I have posting permissions? Because it won't let me.
I don't know what you're doing because you're a mod. So are you logged out?
No, I'm logged in. It won't let me copy paste. Like I copy the link, it just won't let me paste it.
I will make this note right now for Pierre because I know Pierre's in chat. This is a US based giveaway. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do international shipping.
Sorry.
Ain't gonna happen. All right. So the last thing that I have to show off is, and I'm gonna go find these. Find this now.
I put the cam link in there. If you could just grab it.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Calm down, lady. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, you're going crazy here, and I need you to simmer down. Simmer down now. Simmer down now. All right. So here's the camera that we were just talking about. This is actually part of the giveaway as well. Be nice to Amanda. I will refuse to be nice to Amanda because she's my co-host and I can do what I want. All right.
What's the last product that we're giving away right now?
I'm working on it.
Oh my God, really? Shouldn't it just be like right there or?
It is right here, but I'm also grabbing the link because someone else can't get links.
I know,
So-
but I've been getting the links for you.
We're
What
giving
in
this
the
away
world
right
is
now.
that?
So this actually has a piece of tape on it. Unlike everything else.
The kryptonite for all men. is the
Wow.
tape, is
Wow.
the piece of scotch tape.
No. It's not a piece of scotch
Hashtag
tape.
kryptonite.
I'm just saying that it has a piece of tape on it. So I am going to undo this so I can show you guys what the microphone looks like. But we're still giving it away. So I'm still going to ship it out. I'm just opening it.
How are we gonna pick a winner? How does this work?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out
Rock,
in a minute.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll figure it out in a minute. Based off of
Perfect.
the people in chat, you're buying an SM7B. Okay, cool. Get out of our chat.
No, don't leave. Don't listen to him. Don't leave. But really, if you're in
You
chat,
should be
and
buying
you
blue
want-
microphone.
Yeah, you should be buying blue microphone. But our new
Also
partner,
Avermedia.
Avermedia, has given us this to give away, which we're really excited. I know not everyone can afford to buy a mic. I understand.
I'm gonna open it.
Please open it.
I'm not mean. What is with you people?
He's just had a lot of coffee, guys. He's
I have not
mean,
had
he's
that much
excited.
coffee.
Bullshit, man. Well, fucking shit.
Wow. Okay. All right. Calm down. So
See, coffee. See, coffee is dangerous.
coffee is not dangerous. Coffee is love. Coffee is life.
Oh.
Okay. So if I can open this, and there's no other plastic on this, is there? I don't think there is. I think, okay. All right. I'm getting it open.
Okay.
So it comes in this nice plastic right here. Bam.
Take it out.
Someone clip that.
Whatever. If you want to make me seem like a pervert, fine. That's on
Because you
sir.
are.
That's on you, sir.
No. All right. So it comes in a nice little box. I may or may not be able to get this back in. I'm not gonna.
make it
I'm not
fit.
gonna. Not, wow.
That's what she said.
I mean, if you want to keep on giving me things for them to clip, please go ahead. Okay, so there is a. I'm not gonna take this. No, I need to take it out. I need to take it out so I can show it. Right?
You do. You have to take it out. And I want to hear tech specs, man. Talk about it.
Oh my!
I want to hear about it.
I almost got. Okay, this is. I will say. It's hard to get this out without breaking the plastic, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be gentle with it. I don't know if you can hear that. It's got these little, there we go. All right, whoo. Okay, so this is the full mic.
Ooh, that's pretty
There
sexy.
is a bottom part to it, which is a screw. This will screw into your stand of your choosing, along with the USB cord that's going to go in here and then go straight into your PC. On the back of it, there is a mono headset, so you can actually put your headset into it. And along with that, there's PC or monitor. So you can actually have your, this is actually show you your PC or monitor. There's a little switch right there. So
Oh,
that
that's really cool.
is the microphone. And try and put you back where you came from into your case.
Can we talk about it though?
We can talk
Okay, I
about it.
want to talk about it. Okay.
We can absolutely talk about it. Coffee does win 100% of the time. I don't care
I
who you
like
are.
it. And then what we can do is we can have some little.
So
Whoa. Your camera just went black. Whoa. That was crazy.
that's because I hit a button.
Okay.
Unlike you, I hit a button.
I mean, I think I hit other buttons.
Yeah,
So space people are still alive.
Additionally, with this also comes with the zero latency monitoring, volume, mic control, PC audio playback, high quality recording. It comes with a stand that you can put this on. The stand comes in this box. I am not going to unbox this port because I do not want to try and fit it back in because I am terrible at doing that. I like ripping boxes. I don't like tearing them apart. But that being said, you were going to say how we're going to give this away. How are we going to give this away?
I'm asking Timbot right now.
Timbot!
So basically, we have 20 people or less in this. We need to send this to someone in the Americas. And by Americas, I mean the United States
Of America.
of America. And we want to give it away, but we don't want it to just be only one person. So how do we Rock, paper, scissors. That's what I was thinking, man. I was thinking
How
rock,
do we
paper,
rock,
scissors.
paper, scissors that shit? How? I just want to know. How is that even possible? Can we
I
rock,
don't
paper,
know.
scissors that shit? I feel like that's like a complication.
What we could do is think of guess the number 1 through.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
that one.
Oh, all right, hold on.
So,
We got a scheme.
Torben, you messaged me on Discord right now a number between 1 and 100. The closest person to get to it in chat without going over will win it. And we will send a screenshot to verify if
I mean, you know what I'm gonna pick.
I don't know what you're
You absolutely know what I'm gonna pick.
69.
Plant gets it. No.
Yeah.
Not gonna pick 69.
Okay. Is that how you want to do it?
Yes. That's
Okay.
fine. All right. So 1 to 100. We'll do 1 to 100.
But you have to message me right now, Torben. You have to message me the number so that way there's no cheating or preferential treatment. So stop posting numbers, people.
Hold on. Hold. There.
Okay. So everyone, you have 60 seconds to pick a number 1 through 100 to win this.
Ah, I see now.
You can only pick one number. You
I
can't
see.
pick multiple. And you have to be in the US. And you'll get this super sexy mic. Can you just keep showing them? Can you just do the world tour of the mic? Closest to it wins, yes, but you cannot go over the number. Oh. Torben will ship himself.
No, I won't.
And a reminder, you must be in the United States of America.
Correct. And by joining this channel, you're consenting that you're at least 18 years of age in order to be here.
Oh, that's awkward.
Because we're a mature channel, motherfucker. Pierre is wrong 100% of the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So I
know Turtle. Turtle's not in the U.S. You said you were in New Zealand.
33. I saw a 21. I saw a 17.
41. I see a 41.
I saw a 37. I see a
peeps.
41. All right,
Get
we're
your
gonna
stuff in. Get your stuff in.
we're
5
gonna,
seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And our super lucky winner is Ted from Simply Nuck. Ted, you just won yourself a beautiful AverMedia mic. Did I sound like a game show host? I
Yes,
tried really
yes.
hard.
Ted.
Thank you.
Ted,
Ted,
send
you're
me
gonna
your
have to-
address.
You're gonna have to send us your address, man. Congrats.
I can now freaking glitter bomb you. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna glitter bomb you.
Glitter bomb. Could you imagine?
No. I'm totally gonna glitter bomb him. I'm gonna put that box inside of another box. I'm gonna tape that box up.
The number. The number was 63.
The number was 63.
But Ted was the closest without going over.
Correct. 63 was the number. I thought about 42, and Ted did 41, and I would have been more impressed if he did 42, but it's okay.
That's insane.
But yeah, congratulations, Ted. Thanks so much for playing. You now have a mic on your way.
I mean, I'm excited for you, Ted, but I'm also like excited for us. Like, if we could just talk about us for a second. Like,
Us?
we are doing really cool things over on our show. We are adding some really cool content. We have been giving you guys more than just content creator reviews, but trying to bring on really informative, helpful people talking about inequality, talking about mental health. And it's really cool. Humble brag. Companies are recognizing us. Like AverMedia wanted to sponsor our show today because we are an influential podcast. Like, how does that make you feel, Torben?
I don't know. It's kind of surreal in some ways. Ted totally just sent me his address. Thank you, Ted. Love you, man.
Yay.
It's a surreal thing because if you think about it, we started the show back in May, and this is show 21. 21. And it's just kind of crazy to think about the fact that we've had so many people on and done so much and talked to so many industry professionals along with content creators, helping people more than anything else. And that's what's really cool to me, is that we're helping people and we're doing cool shit. And one of my main mottos is I just want to do cool shit. And so we're doing cool shit and help people. Yeah.
I love it. What I would love to see, I know we have all of our favorites here in chat, but like If you want us to review content creators or you want us to have industry people on, even if you don't know these people, send them our ways. Timbot, can you please link
Our ways.
Twitters?
Our ways. All of the ways.
Yeah. Link our Twitters here so you can DM either one of us or the show at any time. Let us know if you want us to see anyone. Is someone British? Well, then fucking recommend someone, Pierre. I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck. Why? Like I've told you that before, Pierre. Seriously.
Just recommend people. Introduce us to people, or just like, hey, this is their Twitter. Tetcher is British. We could have Tetcher on. Tetcher is pretty rad.
I mean, I probably don't know any. I know like 2 British people. So, you know.
In your whole life? In your entire lifetime?
Just in general. Like I only know.
In gaming,
like 2 British people.
That totally makes sense. Ooh, I'll send you his Twitter then. All right. I mean, I feel like we need to wrap up. We're just fucking rambling at this point.
We are. And
but yeah, a huge fucking shout out to our sponsors, Blue Mike. Obviously, you guys are the real MVPs. Same with Shot Call. Guys are the OGs. And our newest sponsor, AverMedia. You'll be seeing them in our Twitter posts, on our overlay. Oh, they're already there, etc., etc. We're so appreciative of all of the love and support from all of our channel partners.
Awesome, guys. Well, appreciate you guys being here. We will be back again next week at 2:30. Again, I know it's a never-ending thing. Always. Oh. Hey, Amanda. One thing I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you this. Didn't I forget? I think I forgot.
I don't know. What are you about to say?
It's crazy because we're gonna have a podcast. Not us.
Yeah, that's right. Talking about adding more content, guys. We are going to be having a podcast at an undetermined day during this week. We're also planning on having a news segment as well. So
2 new hosts that are going to be joining us on the next level. They're going to be talking about stuff and things. You're going to have to check them out. They will be streaming it live. It's going to be recorded first and then streamed live on the channel, and they'll be in here talking. So look out for when we actually announce that, because we're going to be going very soon.
Timbot. Timbot is the 2 hosts. You're right.
100%.
Congratulations.
It's the same channel, man. They're all going to be here. Everyone's going to be
another
here.
Day.
We're doing.
So what our plan is we want to have a network. So we are one day, but this podcast will be a Friday. It'll be a Monday. Whenever these people want, it'll be their day, and we will be adding many, many more, hopefully, in the near future.
Correct. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be announcing that soon. They're going to be going live probably next week.
I like it.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again next week. Have a good one. We're out.
I have to pee very badly.
Why do you always do this every single time without fail? This is because you have that giant water bottle there. That's what it is.
No, it's because I'm not good at drinking water other times.
You're not good at drinking water any other time, but right now, when we're on a show, when you shouldn't be drinking water because you know you're going to have to pee.
This is my favorite look, the turtle.
Oh, I wish they saw that. I wish they saw that.
My ex-wife all the time.
Okay.
When I didn't like something, I'd be like.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you guys next time.